What's up guys, my name is PJ, and in today's video, before we jump into it, we're going to talk about meditation, but this video is actually module number 1 of a bigger course that I am currently working on called How to Connect to Your Higher Self. And this will be one of the modules in that course, but that course will have many more modules that will talk about how to connect to your true self. It will offer you a lot more tools than just meditation to connect to your true self, but meditation is tool number 1 in that course. So I wanted to include it here on the YouTube channel so that you can see it, see if you're interested in it. And if you are, please check out the link in the description box, as I will have a link in there to a page that you could enter your email address on and be the very first to be notified when the course launches. I hope to see you in the course, and without further ado, enjoy the rest of the video. The very first step, or the first practice in the series of 10 practices to connect to our higher self, is meditation. You probably guessed it if you have been following me on YouTube. I talk about meditation so much and so often because it is so powerful, it is so potent, and when you really get into meditation, that aspect of yourself that is your true self, it becomes a natural experience in your day-to-day life. Meditation is the first and the best way that I know to connect to that higher self, to that true self aspect of us. And when you meditate, it's almost like you're visiting the house of this true self. You're going to their house. It's like this true self is your best friend and you're stopping by for a visit. You're going to their house for a visit, and they are always welcoming you. They always have their arms open and they are happy to see you. The more you spend time with them, I know for me in real life, the more I spend time with someone, the more I can see myself embodying qualities of theirs. And this true self of ours, the more we spend time with it through meditation, the more our true self and us become one. And meditation is the best way to spend time with that best friend. So let's jump into how we meditate. I'll talk about how we can meditate, how to implement it into your life, into your day-to-day life, into your schedule. Thirdly, I'll talk about why I even chose meditation to be a part of this. Then I'll talk about how long you should meditate, how long your meditation practice should be. Not only that, but how long should you keep up with the meditation practice before you can expect any results in your life. So we'll talk about that. And lastly, I'll talk about how it helps in your life. So let's jump into the video and talk about how to meditate. This is the first step, obviously, in meditation. And we're going to talk about the practice that I personally started out with and the practice that I followed for many years, and I still do. However, I've changed some things and altered it because I've become familiar with the process, so I can do that. But in the beginning, you want to be very structured with your practice. You want to be very disciplined, and you want to do it in a very systematic form. It's kind of like you're learning a new exercise, let's say at the gym, and you want to do it exactly as the form suggests. Later, as you become more skilled in the practice, you can make small adjustments here and there based on what your body requires. But in the beginning, you want to stick to the form. You want to stick to the structure and the system as it is taught by an expert. And once you follow that and become skilled at that, then you can make adjustments. So with meditation, this practice that I'm going to suggest to you, I highly encourage you to keep it exactly as this is. So meditation, you can say, is a process of clearing your mind. And that clear mind doesn't naturally happen in the first few times that we meditate, but over time, you become closer and closer to that state. It becomes more accessible and easier to reach every time that you meditate. So the meditation practice that we're going to follow is a simple practice of sitting down, either in a kind of like a lotus position on the ground with your legs folded, or you can sit on a chair, or you can even lay down. However, I highly encourage you to, in the beginning practices, for the first few months, do not lay down, because laying down requires more focus. It's easier to stay focused when your spine is erect. But, later, I personally lay down often now to meditate, but that's later in the practice session. So in the beginning, sit up with your spine straight and set a timer on your phone for 20 minutes. Change the timer sound to something that's not super disruptive when it goes off. And choose a very simple, melodic, relaxing sound to have as your alarm. So when it goes off, it's not too abrupt and it doesn't kick you out of that meditative state. once you're done, but set it for 20 minutes. 20 minutes on your timer. It's very important to do it for that amount of time in the beginning. Less than 20 minutes, I don't see it being super beneficial, and more obviously could be beneficial, but in order to stick to it, I think 20 minutes is a perfect balance between what works and what is also not too much, so it's not too much of a burden to start implementing into your life. So set the timer for 20 minutes and sit straight with your back erect and just close your eyes and tune into your breath. Tune into what this present moment is. So you're not trying to change the moment. You're not trying to adjust the moment. You're just you are with what this moment really is, in its simplicity, in its humanity, in its basic form. So the sounds around you, the sensations in your body, the movement of your breath, the movement of your chest, in and out and up and down as you take deep breaths, and just anything that's going on. Try to tune into the surroundings, the movements of your body, the subtle movements of your body, the flow and the rhythm of your breath. Stick with those things, very simple. And just sit there in meditation for 20 minutes. Now, this practice obviously seems so simple, but over time, what you'll come to find, especially in the first practices, this is probably how your practice is going to go. First, you're going to be very distracted with your thoughts. My back itches. There's like a random sound outside. There's stuff I have to do today. So your mind is going to be running a lot, because for most of us, the way we go through about in life is that our mind is just so distracted and so bombarded with thoughts. So it's not that we want to eliminate thoughts in our meditation, especially in the beginning, but what we want to do is observe those thoughts. The way, a good analogy to see it as is, these thoughts are like clouds on the sky, and you're just watching these clouds go by versus trying to attach to any particular cloud. So you are, in a sense, trying to reach beyond the clouds to go to the sky, which is that clear mind, the surface of your mind, so to speak. And these clouds, these thoughts are just clouds, moving on the surface of your mind, but you don't want to start thinking about any of them. If you were to think about them, it would be like trying to grab this cloud and then hold it like this and attach to it. No, you're just watching them go by. And that's the best way you can jump into meditation. So when you're meditating, just watch your thoughts go by versus trying to really dig in and think about something. There are times in our life that we want to do that we want to really think about something like, I'm thinking about moving somewhere. Okay, let's think about the pros, the cons, all those things. That's an entirely different practice than this meditation. Sometimes people do confuse, I think, meditation with really thinking about something, like, even if it's a Bible verse or something where you're really thinking about it. But the way we're going to start this meditation practice is not at all like that, where we're not trying to necessarily think about something. We are trying to just observe our thoughts go by, don't do anything about them, and just be in that state. Over time, you will become more skilled at this. So it's easier for you to not be attached to a thought. You see it go by, it's a simple practice for you now. It's not this effortful, hard, difficult practice that you have to do and you have to fight not thinking thoughts and stuff like that. No, allow the thoughts to be. That resistance to thoughts may actually make meditation for you a lot more difficult and a lot more harder to attain. Let the thoughts go by. You just sit. Imagine yourself as a mountain. You're a mountain, and these clouds, like, the clouds don't affect the mountain. The mountain is just there still, unchanging, unmoving, and it's just present as the clouds go by. So that is the basic gist of this meditation practice that we're going to do. That's it. 20 minutes. You sit there, close your eyes, meditate, and that is just it. Over time, and this brings me to another one of the points I wanted to share with you, which is how long should you keep up this meditation practice before you can expect any results. So my encouragement to you is that you should keep up this practice for at least 4 months. And it was really after the 4th month that my meditations became super potent and I started having very deep spiritual experiences through them and with them. But until that 4th month, none of those things were really necessarily happening. Yes, I was feeling more calm, I was feeling more grounded, I was feeling more at peace, but a deep spiritual experience was not yet coming to my experience until that 4th month. So had I stopped my meditation practices 2 months in, a month in, 2 weeks in, I would have never came to that treasured experience that I now hold very dear. I would say my very first deep spiritual experience via meditation. So I encourage you to keep up this meditation practice for 4 months. Now, when should you meditate? I highly encourage you and invite you to meditate in the morning before you jump into your day. And I promise you, if you do this before your days, you will see just the huge difference that meditation can make into how your days go. It's honestly incredible. It's such a big hack in life that so many people don't do. Although I would say a lot more people do meditate now than maybe a few years ago. But once you meditate before starting your day, it's like life is moving at the same pace it is. It's like when movies do slow motion, but the character, for example, if it's a driving scene, it's like everything is going slow, but that person is in real time. It's like and they have more time to respond to things. They can be more articulate and adapt at how they respond to things, how they respond to circumstances, and how they navigate life. It's kind of like everything's slow, but you're the normal pace that you are. And so you can move very smoothly and flow through life. Meditation will make your days go like that. And that's why it's so powerful, in my opinion, to do it before you jump into your day and get bombarded by the different tasks, different responsibilities, and different agendas that you may have in your day. When you meditate before your day, like I said, it's like an entirely different experience. And you want to get your mind to that state. Before you jump into your day, get in that peaceful state. Go visit your best friend's house, your true self's house. Spend time with it. Imagine if you had this very wise counsel, this very wise friend, and every morning before you jump into the chaos of life, your day, you went and sat with them for 20 minutes and heard their wisdom, heard their thoughts, and just their aura and their energy just rubbed off on you. And so when you go to your day, in your day, the peace of this friend is with you. And that's exactly what meditation will do for you if you practice going to this friend's house and spending time with your true self, with your higher self. And then the way you go about in your day becomes a blessing to everyone who interacts with you, because the energy that you will bring into the world is an energy from beyond this world. It's an energy of peace, of love, of compassion, of joy, of radiance, of light, and you will bring that into people's lives. And I promise you, I've had this happen where people would tell me, oh, my energy is just contagious. Like they just want to be around me. And the only thing I had started doing that was different from who I used to be was meditation. I had started a meditation practice, and it's like your skin clears up, your mind clears up, you shine more in the world. I guarantee you, and I promise you. That's why meditation is the first module in this whole course, because I wanted you to, if you go through none of the other modules, this is the module to go through. Meditation can be immensely life-changing, and this is just the beginning of our practices, of our combination of practices that we're going to implement into our life. So meditation is the first step to this whole journey. And if you don't do anything else but just start meditating, you will see so many things in your life change that it will blow your mind. It will be crazy to see. And you're like, why didn't I do this earlier? I had that experience where I'm like, if I was meditating when I was in college, if I was meditating in different chapters of my life, I probably would have made so many better decisions. Not that like I regret anything necessarily, but like I would have been so much more clear-headed, so many things, so many like red flags that I missed, if I had meditated, I would have seen them, because your awareness expands and things that are usually in the periphery of your vision now become more clear. It's kind of like if you're driving and, you know, the things like lights, you know, poles of light and all kinds of things are passing by. More often than not, we're not really paying attention to those. But meditation, it's like it expands your vision. It's like if it's usually like this in a square format, it becomes widescreen, so you see more, you feel more. It's kind of like going to an IMAX theater where the screen's bigger, you see more of the footage, and it will literally just be so life-changing in so many various ways. But certainly in being able to make better decisions, being able to see more of life, being able to experience a more vibrant, more sense-filled experience of life. You will be able to have those experiences and experience life in that way. So it's truly life-changing. I wanted to have it as the very first practice. And again, 20 minutes every morning. Do it for 4 months without stopping, and you will see your life change. So that's how you implement it into your life. That's how you begin. And why did I choose to put meditation into this course? Well, the answer is obvious. I've said it many times. It's because meditation is the best way to spend time with this friend, with this true self, with this higher self. And the more you spend time with them, the more you go to their house via meditation, the more you will become one with them, and their presence and yours will be one. And you will show up in the world as that person, as that higher self. And there is no more separation between who you truly are and who shows up in the world. You will become one, and as a result of that, you will see every aspect of your life change for the better. So meditation, like I said, is the first step. Start implementing it into your day and into your life, and you will begin to see every aspect of your life shift and change for the better. So thank you for watching this video. Keep practicing meditation and let me know how your practices go in the comments. And I'm looking forward to hearing from you. And let me know again if you have any questions, if you had any experiences that you want to share, all in the comments. Let me know, or direct message me on this platform, this course platform, and let me know how your experience is going. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next module.